What up? It's Cutting Up Podcast. It's Big B. It's your boy Will. We here with my man.
What's up? What's up? I mean, how should I introduce myself?
However you want to. I ain't want to, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, when you know me as Rock,
yes, sir.
you know me as James.
Yeah.
The world may know me as Pastor JL.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's who I am. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Now that everybody's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I said the P word.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's get that out the way.
Yeah.
How long you been a pastor?
2005. What that mean? I've been outside 18 summers, Pastor.
That's
2005.
a long time.
Yeah.
That is a long
So when you said 2005, you came out into it?
What you mean came out? I mean, what you mean came out? What you mean?
I had to go a little too fast.
Yeah, see?
You
You had yourself.
sound like you said you came out into what you just said.
I've been outside. You know, I said I've been outside pastoring for 18 summers.
What does that mean?
Well,
Because I took that another way, but what does that mean?
I've been outside 18 summers. I've been pastoring for 18 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I took it as like you did time.
Oh, okay. Well, we can go there. That's
what I
that's
thought.
05. But you know, I mean, you got history.
Mm-hmm.
We got in trouble together.
Mm-hmm.
In '92. I feel like it was February '92.
Dang, you remember like that.
Oh yeah, no question about it. February '92.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta clear something up. And I'm way ahead of myself. We can back up.
Yeah, we can
Y'all just do what you gotta do. Was it a 2-door Sentra or a 4-door Sentra?
It was two.
That's why I made sure I told my testimony correctly.
Mm-hmm. It was two.
Do you realize, Will, I don't know if you ever told me this. I can't call no names.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. They know, but they know at least one of them. Bone.
They know Bone?
Man, dude.
Yeah, Bones a wild.
So you know Bone?
Individual.
Yeah.
So imagine now, and all of us. I mean, we go a little heavier now, but imagine 5 or 6 of us in a 2-door Sentra.
Oh. Why?
Sky blue, baby blue,
Mm-hmm.
2-door Sentra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You interviewed me. I'm ahead of myself. But
No.
anyway,
This is your time.
Why?
Because now I've got more questions.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can answer.
This is what we did. I don't know.
Oh, that's just how y'all got around.
It was just the crew. It was 5 of us, 6 of us, usually all the time.
Whose car was it?
Mine.
Baby blue, like the color of my man's shirt,
Yeah.
almost a little bit lighter.
Right.
2-door Sentra.
You
And
didn't want
so-
to make multiple trips? You said everybody got to get in?
No. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and kick the story off, and then we can
okay.
just go wherever. So
Okay.
to me, from what I remember now,
Mm-hmm.
from what I remember, I felt like I was already out Berkeley. That's what I thought. I feel like I saw y'all riding down, because where I'm from, Berkeley, is where back then you could buy the beer
Mm-hmm.
without being ID'd.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all drove out there to get some beer, and I saw y'all. I jump in the car. Y'all already 4 deep.
Mm-hmm.
I think I make 5.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the little corner store. We cop the beer, because you don't have to have ID out there at that time.
Okay.
It's basically, I think, early 90s now.
Early.
And we get the beer. I'm like, where y'all going at? And he reminded me, I think on the way back up the street, we stop at this spot called Shop and Go. And he sees me in the car with y'all. And he like, it's too many of y'all in that car.
Now it's all right.
And I'm like, no, I'm good. Cuz I'm good. We good. These my peoples from the beach. We good.
Right.
He said, I'm telling you, it's too many of y'all in the car.
Mm-hmm.
We good. So I was like, where y'all going? Now you gotta think, early 90s, house parties. Don't think club. I know the clubs popping, but house parties. When we was in school, house parties. Like, we going to a party out the beach. We got a 15 pack of Blue Bull,
Tell me.
Man, you got good memory.
slick smoke liquor,
Oh, okay.
Blue Bull.
That was.
Just for the listeners, I'm a pastor now. This was early 90s.
Earlier.
I'm a pastor, nothing then. So, slits, of course you got the weed. We ride from Berkeley to the beach. And then I guess we got the munchies by now.
Mm-hmm.
We stop at Subway.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah, that was a hookup spot.
Stop at Subway. Drinking. And back then, drinking in the car was not a taboo. Everybody was doing that, you know.
Okay.
We got, now I don't know how 5 of us could have been 6 because one guy I'm thinking about was in the car. He had to be in the car. I think it was about 6 of us in the Ford. We in the joint, tight, music blasting. You know, this could have been Gangstar, Naughty by Nature, Pete Rock, CL Smooth. It's 92.
Yeah.
You with me?
Yeah.
Getting right.
Yeah.
Going down Princess Anne Road, see the subway, the hookup spot, run up in subway. We wildin'. People gotta piss. Can you say piss? People gotta use the restroom. No, I don't know if I can say piss because I'm a People gotta use the restroom. Come on, we gotta jump in.
Yes,
So we get out the car, you park, we get out, and we go in the subway. Now, did we know these dudes or no?
We knew.
Remind me, come on, I can't remember this part.
We knew the hookup. We knew who was running the subway.
But how about the dudes?
Nah, we ain't know that.
So
They
one,
were just some kids.
so one of my people's had on one of our guys had on the Chicago Bulls jacket.
Stars.
One of our guys already had a starter jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you might have had one on, Raiders joint or whatever. I don't know. I ain't had one on.
I ain't had nothing on. I was too big.
So,
They
you know,
ain't
I just get a glimpse over like, yo, we at the counter order the food. We don't mess with the people behind the counter. We don't beat them up. We don't rob them. We don't want the cash register. We ain't into all that. However, these cats in the corner, I'm not saying they size us up, but we was into starting beef anyway. They ain't want no problem with us. But one of the cats had a Chicago Bulls starter jacket on. I don't know if y'all know what that looks like. But think 92. Think 3P. Think Bulls. Think Michael Jordan. They got it popping.
Right.
He got on one of the hottest jackets you could have on. And we ain't got it. But one of my mans got it. So I'm thinking to myself, if I get that jacket, we twinning tonight at the party. The party right behind the subway, by the way. The party right behind the subway. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. Could have been B. I don't know. I don't do no snitching. But somebody went over there and it just escalated into
100.
let me get the jacket.
They asked nicely. He didn't want to give it to him.
He didn't want to give it to us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you was there.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that's kind of what
I'm just guessing.
he
I was eating.
Right.
I had already got my set.
That's why I say, I can't. So
I was eating.
I know we approached him like, give me the jacket, and the dude looked at us like strange, like, what do you
Yeah, he
mean?
was stuck.
What do you mean? Give me? This is my jacket. No, we are about to take your jacket. And he said no. Fist swing and guns appear, and all I know is he took the jacket off.
Right. They didn't take the jacket. Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And we jump in the whip.
We're in the whip.
We got to cram back in the whip. It's a 2-door Central.
Yeah.
Let's don't forget that. With 5.5 of us, maybe 6 of us, we giggling, cause to us that's a fight. That's a fisticuff. That ain't
We
no.
didn't think it was robbery.
That ain't no. That's not armed robbery. Come on, that ain't armed robbery. That's I didn't like you. You didn't like me. Give me that.
Right.
So we went to the party. The party like 5. We drive to the party. Now this one it gets blurred for me for real, but for what I remember, I got the jacket on there. I'm representing.
Right.
If it was cell phones, me and my man would have been taking pictures
Right.
Scotty, 50, Jordan. You know, we taking pictures. We had to get the but anyway. So we go in the party. Now we in the party, and I don't even know whose party it was, but I remember this though. You know, I spit a little bars or whatever. So I remember some dudes rapping. I think some DJ for 103 Jams was there. I don't know who. Could have been like not one of the major cats, but like a no-name who was affiliated with them.
I remember. How you talking?
We get to rapping, and I feel like every time I got the mic or one of us got the mic, it was feedback. So we took offense to that, because it was always oohs and ahs when they would spit. But then when we spit, it was like, it's whack.
Right.
Oh, okay, so that's how we doing that. Okay, so I just forgot. I don't know. I feel like, again, I can't call no names, but I feel like somebody just threw a punch, and once they threw a punch, if I'm with them,
Right.
you throw a punch too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And we just start fighting, But for some strange reason, B, help me. I'm gonna stop. You gotta help me with this. Why did we start grabbing the DJ equipment?
So the party was over. It was over.
Okay.
So now.
Because I can't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Really, I don't know. I know I was helping the DJ take his equipment out. Boom, had already started taking equipment out. I don't know who else took equipment out. I just know I'm helping the DJ. By the time I get outside, DJ noticed the equipment ain't in his van, it's in my car.
Hold on.
Which car?
The two doors.
The 2 doors.
I want you to stay with me.
Hold on. So who did y'all take out?
Listen,
To help the DJ.
Listen, you gotta think, we so high.
You not
I
thinking
don't know what kind of gas this was back then. This was like, we were zooted, like
Drinking.
We were drinking. So we thinking we gonna snatch the equipment. The equipment keep feeding back, by the way. We gonna snatch the equipment.
That was gonna fix it.
We gonna load the equipment in the car, and we gonna get in the car.
Yeah.
It's like a cul-de-sac. So by the time we felt like, yo, we can't get in here with that in here. These big DJ speakers
Right.
on the table. So we start throwing the equipment in the street.
Okay.
In front of now, people are in the yard.
Hold on, let me back
Okay,
up.
back me up. Help me out.
We was throwing the equipment in the street. Because I said, throw the equipment in the street.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know we was doing that. So the shit was, we were stealing the equipment at the time. At the time, somebody was, pulling out. So that's why I was like, man, get that shit out the car.
Right.
I was trying to prevent the pullout and the whole, fiasco from, going further like it just did. But it didn't stop. It was too late.
It was too
The
many of
DJ
us.
already was hyped up. He was grown, we was kids.
Yeah.
So he ran over there already with his chest out. That
Oh.
was a no-no. So, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
When the gun came out, it was that moment where for a split second, it felt like, you had to just, do that pop shit, shooting.
Right.
No, just to make sure.
So instead, my other man, hit him. You know what I mean? And then from there, of course, it just dispersed. Everybody ran. I believe everybody ran.
Yeah.
That's when we was throwing shit out the car. I don't know who brought my car because I left my car.
Yeah.
I picked up the car around the corner.
Y'all said he worked with the radio station?
I think he was affiliated.
That's my other about to say.
The
Ain't
radio
no way I'm
station
taking that over their equipment.
They if it was the radio station or if it was them companies, them DJ companies.
Right.
But it was a corporate,
Yeah.
house.
And I only know that because when I ended up getting charged,
Yeah,
I started hearing about.
Yeah.
Do you know who you just robbed?
Oh, gotcha.
And they kept using, and the Virginia Beach Police Department kept using the word rob. I'm like, do you know who we just fought?
Yeah,
Like, do you know who we just had a fight with? Now,
Right.
stop, why you saying robbery?
You talking about robbery?
Yeah, because in my age, I'm
I didn't think it
17,
was
18
good.
years old.
I didn't know it was
In my
robbery.
mind, robbery is cash register. It's bank. It's not.
Right.
It's not take a
robbing
dude.
stores, robbing.
Yeah, it ain't.
Not robbing like. It
yeah.
didn't feel like a robbery at the time.
But I don't even know how we got there. But that's the history. When you kept saying, "Come outside," you thought I come
I
outside.
apologize.
No, that's
You know
all
what I'm
good.
saying?
So man, from that right there, man, I end up. I don't know what happened in your situation, and I know a few other cats involved in that, but we mentioned Bone, so I guess it's cool to mention Bone.
Yeah, boom.
Bone. What kind of thing? I'm probably one of the oldest. Cause right now I'm 50.
I'm 48.
See, I'm one of the oldest out of this 5-6 people crew. So if I'm 18 at the time, which I think I was,
I was
that make you
17.
17 or
They charged
16.
me as an adult.
See, and then Bone and them,
Right.
Bone a little bit younger, right?
Bone ain't catch no charges.
And so I'm trying to get Bone, and Bone to tell you this, I'm trying to get Bone to come to court, testify for me, bro. Tell him I ain't do that, Jay. Man, Bone said, I ain't coming nowhere near court. but I don't blame him though.
I made him come to court.
Oh, you mix, but I don't blame him, you know what I'm saying?
No, it was stuck.
Because he's like, look, so, man, people end up giving me, I had never been in trouble before, had never had any encounter with the police before, even from where I'm from, none of that stuff. Because my cousin wouldn't even allow me to get involved in that. People gave me 12 years, man.
That was ridiculous. They
Starter jacket, DJ equipment. People gave me 12 years.
They made an example. Because at that time, remember, it was the gun
It
charge.
was robbery season
It was
too.
robbery season. Because there was another crew that was going around
Going around.
Pizza Huts and everything.
Yep.
They
There
tried
you
to
go.
put that on us.
They was trying to pin
Everything.
anybody who did a robbery in
You remember
Virginia.
being in the newspaper for it?
Yeah. What?
Oh, okay.
No question.
I was looking for the damn.
I wish you had.
My man had. I was like, man, please give me the article. I couldn't get a hold
If you ever get it.
forever. I will.
Yo, we was in the paper, but every robbery, whether it was Pizza Hut, anybody on Pleasant Valley, anybody that's getting robbed after football, they was pinning it on us.
Yeah, they was trying to. I remember that they was trying to pin all the robberies on us.
Yeah.
That was my first time in there. And I'm sitting there like, man, I am a fighter. I ain't robbed nobody. I ain't had no gun. I don't know what you talking about. Like, what does you mean? So, what happened with me in court? I had a jury trial, and they found me guilty, but not a robbery. They found me guilty of a lesser charge.
See, I never knew any of that about
What happened to everybody?
to every
That's
individual.
what was crazy to me. I didn't know unless it was in the paper.
All I remember, and I just want to be, because I want this to be like a real situation we're talking right. All I remember, I feel like y'all must have got arrested or whatever. For some reason, me and my man decided they're looking for us. People kept saying, they're looking for y'all, they're looking for y'all. I'm like, well, I'm gonna go turn myself in for the fight.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the fight.
Thinking we gonna come home.
Yeah. So we go down there and turn ourselves in. And I just remember you and somebody else was in the joint, in the room. And they walked me into the room like, and I saw y'all already down there. You know, but listen, man, I don't know nothing about Force 48. I don't know nothing about, really, at this point in my life, you know, I was playing football and basketball, athlete. I don't know nothing about snitching or who. I don't know. I just saw y'all in the
We
room.
didn't even know we was in trouble like that.
I don't know we don't in trouble. But of course, you know, they played a little police game with me and flip it on me.
For everybody.
And they like, see, they already down here. They already said you did it.
Yeah,
So when I walk in the room, so you remember this? When I walk in the room, he asked me, who did it? And y'all 2 or 3 are sitting there looking at me. I'm looking at y'all. I'm like, let me look this right now. I don't know what you're asking me for. They're already down here. So, you know, my point for saying that, because I love this space. We don't know. I mean, it's easy to play gangster and say you're going to do this. Now, trust me, I know now. But again, I think I'm 17, 18 years old. I don't know how none of this stuff works. I ain't never been no precinct. I ain't never been none of this stuff.
In your head the whole time too, we didn't do nothing. We didn't do what you telling us.
What?
All this
Why
robbery.
you keep
shit. All
saying
we
robbery?
did-
Why
yeah, all
carrying?
we did was we fought that night. We didn't rob.
We got in a fight. Like, you want to charge me for a
That's
fight? Because I just got kicked out of school for a fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with Keith and them and all that. But
Yeah.
kicked out of
I
school.
remember all that shit.
Yeah, so
Damn.
that's just a fight. So what we doing here? So I think one of my points I was getting ready to make was I didn't know if it was any kind of animosity, like this thing was 30 years ago, between me, you, D, Bone. I had no clue how it would go down when we end up, because I don't know who knew what.
Right. No,
You know what I mean? That don't make sense. Help me out with all that.
It
With all
wasn't
that.
animosity. It was just I think we all went through it our own way.
Right.
I didn't come out. If anything, I knew Bone. You know what I'm saying? Did what he did.
Because you
Who
made
won
him
the
come to
court? Yeah, that's why I made you come. Like you have to come to court to make up for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But also at the same time, just like you were saying, we don't know. Bone at the time was already in the mix a lot and getting in trouble a lot, and he was known
Five
for
star.
getting out of by telling or by whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was on it the way I was. Like, no, you ain't gonna do that to me. That's actually, I know you tell it. You feel what I'm saying? You know how to get out of this already. So, but over time, I gave him, I don't want to say benefit of the doubt or grace or whatever, but you got to think, we was kids, even though he might have already had interactions with the police. I know how they tried to play me when they picked me up. I know how they tried to play me with the whole they not your friends stuff, look like you just said.
Right.
And then also, he probably, the way they did him, he probably okayed, you know how a cop come to you, you don't know you telling, and you saying who you was with last night. Like, you know, like you just said, our whole mind state was, we know we fought last night. So when you come to me talking about robbery, as a kid, you know, you trying to always talk yourself out of stuff. You know, we used the principles. We took that on, I think, as a principal situation, more of as a fight, and then so what they was doing. Nah, you robbed. So they literally like we felt a charge on. It wasn't a
no question. Because even admitting to fighting, they needed. I didn't know this.
They needed that to even.
Hindsight is 2020. Looking back, they needed me to go ahead and admit I was fighting, so they can make it where you didn't.
Because they didn't have no gun.
They had no gun.
And remember, it was an armed robbery.
They had no gun.
So they had to get you to admit you was there
and fight.
So as long as they had us admit that we was fighting, that was enough. But the whole time they was trying to get someone to admit who had the gun and where is it. You see what I'm saying?
Because
since they ain't had that, they played us against each other, kept us separate. He was 18, the other cat was 18.
Yep.
Matter of fact, my man was 18, he was 18, and the other cat, me and the other cat was 17. So we went somewhere together, and then they went somewhere. So, you know, they separated from there, you know, so if you got out on bond, and after that, you know, you can't talk to you, you know what I'm saying? No. From there, it's just whatever. It's just, you know what I mean? It's life, basically. Y'all, and then you got the time, like people got time.
Did you do the whole 12 years?
No, I ended up doing 4 years.
Okay.
And then the rest of it, the other 8 on parole. Over my head, yeah. So, you know, but yeah, but really, man, it was a pivotal time in my life. But
Boy, was it?
Before I get to that, but you know, even this being here, it's a surreal moment for me. To be, I was telling my cousin, I stopped by here before, you know, when I found out you was here, and then I feel like years ago I may have saw you.
Intervals,
yeah. So
we always see each other in the past.
To me, it's just like, okay,
we never had the moment to stop.
To be able to stop by, and I told you I was gonna come by and hear about some other stuff. Because I was confused about some other stuff. Like, when that happened? Well, that's a whole other podcast. But anyway, whatever. But I'm like, when that happened? So, but just to catch up with you, because I haven't had a chance. Now, one of your mans, again, I don't want to say nobody's name who don't want to be named, but one of your mans, I've reached out to him when I did my 4 years. I received my calling to pastor, I believe, when I was locked up in prison. You know, I received Jesus and all that, and I just believe God called me to preach. But when I came home, I still had to work on my heart, because I don't know if somebody told on me, if these dudes are my enemies now, you my friend, you ain't my friend. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know nothing.
You know, I'm kind of like, I'm not leaning either way, but I don't know.
Right, that's how I was.
And so, yeah, because I remember one time.
I felt guilty, to be honest, because I didn't go to jail.
Do you remember?
I did a little bit of time, but I didn't do no time.
Years ago, man, I don't know if you remember this. I saw you out Portsmouth, Suffolk, like out at a little gas station. And I don't know if you thought it was gonna be beef or nothing. You was in like a little.
I probably did back then, bro.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't know it.
Yeah. And so when I saw you, you was off from a distance, and I was like, come here. You was like, no, I'm good. What's up? It's good to see you. I was like, come here. Because I know you. You know me. You like, no. What's up? Peace up. Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm like, no, come here. But you know, cause I don't know who's, you know what I'm saying? So one of your mans, you know, you was close with, I reached out to him on Facebook. I said, man, you know what? I don't know what you think or what I think. You don't got married now and all that. You got kids. I want to apologize to you, man, because all I remember is the last time I remember seeing y'all was in that room, and I walked in that room, and the police told me you told on me, and I'm like, well, okay, here they go right here. That's the last interaction I remember. So I was telling him, look, man, ain't no beef. I hadn't seen him. Like, I ain't seen nobody. You the only one I seen. I mean, my man. I see him, but I ain't seen nobody else. So it's like,
I ain't seen him in years.
So from that incident to the time you got out, y'all hadn't seen no contact, nothing?
In passing.
It's just at best. At best.
Yeah.
And then one day somebody told me, one of my guys I went to school with, told me, he said, B got a shop, barber shop. And so one day, you don't even remember, I had my music blasting, I pulled right here in front of your door. And he was right there, and I swung the door wide open, And I was like, yo, what's up, man?
Yeah. That was the first time you came by.
The very first time I ever came by here. Like, yo, what's up, man? What's up? You know?
Yeah.
And of course, I've been by here since then, but that was the very first time.
Just to say what's up,
Because somebody had told me you was here. And I was like, wow, no. But answer your question, no, that was, I hadn't seen.
It's the most interactive since then.
Damn.
Right now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is good. Yeah.
So-
I appreciate it, though.
So you said it was 18 when all that went down, and then 4 years. You
I
did your
did
4
4
years, got
years.
out, but you found it in there. So since then,
Oh, man.
you started your pastor journey. I know you weren't a pastor when you got out, but you started your religious journey.
I got out in 95. Got out in 95, true. And I didn't start pastoring until 2005.
Okay.
However, from 95, what I was doing from 95 to 2005, when I first, you know, it's like jailhouse religion, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm on fire in there.
Right.
Of course I am, ain't nothing but the walls.
Right.
I'm on fire. I get outside, start
And
seeing,
that is temptation.
start seeing everything else, and
Yeah.
Broadway popping, and okay.
Right.
And I can't find nobody who had the same fire I had when I was in jail.
Mhm.
So I backslid for a few years. Had my son, had my daughter, and then this is how I knew it was more than jailhouse religion, because I understand jailhouse religion too. But I wasn't in there because I wasn't in there. By this time, I'm back to being rock. I ain't receiving Jesus because I'm scared. I feel like something on my life.
Right.
So, but when I come home, can't find nobody. I don't have my kids clubbing and doing what I do. But then, like around, I was always rapping. But around 2001, God began to really start shaking me up, waking me up at night, dreaming and visualizing. And I believe like I called you to be a pastor. Just one-on-one, nobody's around. I called you to be a pastor. I said, man, I can't do that, man. I'm rock. I can't be no pastor.
Right.
2002, 2003, I got no peace of mind. In front of everybody else, I'm the man, I'm good. But at home, I got no peace. So then eventually, I said, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start doing gospel hip hop. I ain't gonna be no pastor. I'm familiar with, and to me, gospel hip hop was so whack back then anyway.
Right.
Just elementary raps. And I'm more of a bar type of dude.
Right.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna do gospel rap. So I started doing gospel hip hop, doing youth Sundays at churches, going around. And that was cool for a while till 2003, 04. But then God told me again, I ain't call you to be no rapper. I call you to be a pastor. I'm like, God, I can't shake this.
Right.
And so 05 is when I just gave in.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna start my own church. I'm gonna start pastoring. I hate to do this to you, but we gotta go back further than the trouble. We gotta go back to like when I first moved to the beach.
Yeah.
89. I came out here in 89. Yeah, some of y'all weren't even born then, right? I came out here in 89. It's crazy. B is a barber. You know where I'm going with this. I hope you do anyway. He a barber now, right? In 89. I feel like I'm the first black dude that gave B his haircut. I cut his hair, yo. We in my man's house. Billy Draham or whatever. I put a bowl on B head.
Oh, no.
No, literally. Bro, I put a bowl on his head. Got the clippers.
Whose idea was this?
I can't remember.
It was probably us.
I'll be
To be honest.
You let me cut your hair? So when I heard he was a barber, I was like, and I know I messed the whole story up from the others. When I heard he was a barber, I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That traumatic event.
It wasn't traumatic at the time.
At the time, right? You know what I mean?
It wasn't traumatic at the time.
We were just
We
wild.
look back at the day, a lot of cats had the bowl cut.
Yeah.
The bowl cut. And
Well,
that's
I don't
what-
know how it was during that time, but
He was young.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know y'all asking me questions, but how did you? Because I don't know this. I gotta catch up. So I know I heard the little bit of time you did and you came on whatever. I feel like you touched Tallwood a little bit, right? You went Tallwood.
Yeah. As soon as it opened, yeah. Because of the trouble, they ain't let me back in Salem.
So
That's why I went to
that's
school.
because I couldn't understand how you end up going.
That's why I
Okay.
only gonna go back to school. Remember, we were supposed to graduate in '92.
92. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I ain't graduating in '92 because of that shit. And I wasn't gonna go back to school and get a GED, but then, you know,
It just worked out.
yeah, I got smart going back to school. Got my, you know, the diploma.
So when did you start cutting? Cause I don't remember the B that cut no hair.
I was cutting then. Of course I wasn't cutting seriously then, but I started trying to cut hair then.
Oh.
All that, yeah, that's why, so when you say, you know, how that happened, like, yeah, all that, you know, we had clippers on that while they was on that.
That's why they were.
Me and Billy used to always.
That's why they, because that's why we had clippers, for me to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Billy
okay.
used to do that shit.
Okay,
Cause
okay.
you know, we had the funny hair, ain't nobody know how to cut our hair.
Him and my man was, you never heard of the MC Search story? You know what MC Search is? Third base? Y'all too young. That-
My people's
Coming up, we thought, y'all know what third base, MC Search? Coming up. Okay, yeah. So coming up,
Damn.
that's
Fuck you up.
oh, you want to coming up, he was a Search.
I'll show you.
Biracial, cool, you know. He's I'm sorry. My bad. I'm making this an old age joke.
No, you too.
Oh, right. I'm not, yeah. I ain't going for the job. Yeah.
I'm about to go all the way. I got some pictures that sent to me a long time ago.
Yeah, so B was just so cool because he was like biracial, but just always cool. Like, you know, it was never a question like, okay, when I first moved out here, he was already one of the ones that was good peoples.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go to Billy's house.
Let's go to Billy's house.
Billy was the hangout spot.
Yeah. Because Billy was it Billy adopted or something?
Yeah, he was adopted.
But he had two Caucasian parents. Billy biracial, and they let Billy do whatever he wanted to do. Think Fresh Prince Bel-Air,
Yeah.
but more. Once we got a hold of Billy, I feel like we kind of like turned his black on.
Right.
Like, Billy wasn't doing all that stuff, skipping school, you know, letting us hang out.
You know, you did that with your cousin. One of your cousins that came to school?
Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, Brandon transitioned. Brandon passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's cool. No, but I'm glad you.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
no question. R.I.P. to
I was
Brandon.
gonna ask you.
Yeah. But right, Brandon, when he came out here, then we just turned the beach upside down, man.
Yes, you did.
Because all he did was bring that Berkeley mentality, without getting in trouble. Because Brandon wasn't gonna let us get in no trouble. Like he won't. But he come out here and just, you looking for a picture?
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
looking.
Has anybody ever, well, I don't know if you openly put out your past.
All
to
the
your
time.
congregation.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Listen, man, I preach like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want you to hear pastor. Now, I don't want you to hear compromise either. But I don't want you to hear pastor and think suit, tie, can't relate to the old school. This is how I preach. You Google me right now, you look at any of my sermons on Facebook
Right.
or our church app, website, you're going to see me looking like this.
Okay.
Chain and all.
Right.
So yeah, I call the penitentiary in church, I call it a resort.
Okay.
You know, because you get 3 meals a day. You got a situation to live in. So yeah,
This is a resort you can't leave.
there we go. All inclusive.
Right.
You get rap, you get everything. You just can't leave. But yeah, but to answer your question, yeah. I just feel like my assignment, like every pastor has an assignment. So that's why I don't knock or criticize what anybody is doing, even traditional guys. But
Right.
I'm not a traditional guy. I'm not a religious guy. I'm more of a kingdom guy.
Right.
I'm more of a relational guy. I think the Jesus of the Bible, is not many times what I'm hearing the Jesus that's getting preached.
I get what you're saying.
If you clearly look at scripture, Jesus hung in spots like this. I'm not saying it's a bad spot.
Right.
But if you look at scriptures in Luke 15, one of my favorite chapters, Luke 15, and I'm not calling y'all this, but the Bible says he was hanging around notorious sinners. He was hanging around people that the religious scholars said, why would you go to that barbershop and you know they're smoking weed?
So it's more related, like you're saying, you need to be related to
Because
people
how you gonna win somebody?
Right.
How you gonna influence somebody
Right.
if I'm shunning you?
Right.
If I'm like, thou shouldn't do this, thou shouldn't do that. So I don't hear that. So I'm just again, to answer your question, absolutely. And my whole church knows my testimony. I make sure they know it because I bring it up every other sermon. They're gonna hear about it. I'm gonna mention the resort. I'm gonna ask people to raise their hand. How many of y'all been in the resort?
Right.
You know, they're like, oh, okay, this is Liberty here. We free.
Right.
Here.
So you use that as relatable, but it also is still telling your truth too.
No question about it.
Right.
No question about it. You know, I know keeping it real is a cliche and all that, but I just keep it 100. I just, you know, I believe what I believe, but I'm trying to get you to believe in a relatable way.
Right.
Not without beating you across the head.
Right.
You know, I feel very like I remember. It's crazy because you text me. It was Sunday morning. I'm at my desk before I go to preach. You text me. You know what kind of environment this is, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. However you said.
Yeah.
Well, no, I already. For one, I listen. I love Drink Champs. I love what's that Wallow and them movies cats. All these podcasts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I had already checked out how already peeped it out. Like, yeah, this is my kind of environment.
Right.
No question. You do what you do. Don't hold back. Don't not smoke. You do what you do. I ain't gotta do it, but I ain't gotta judge it either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you ever gonna win somebody if you always condemning them and judging them?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to attract people, not push people away.
Understand that?
Yeah, man.
So that's the best way to do it, I think.
No doubt, but just for me too.
You
Yeah.
don't see that approach often.
Yeah, but where you gonna go? Well, I mean, everybody around us ain't saved, man. You can't. You can't go to Walgreens. You can't go to work. You can't. Come on, everybody. And I ain't gotta have no cross around my neck. I ain't gotta have no fish on my car. I ain't gotta have pastor on my bumper sticker.
Right.
No, man. I want my bands to just be. I like Gentile bait.
Right.
I want you to see my diamonds and be like, and then ask me how you do that there.
Right.
And then I can talk to you.
Right.
Versus me hitting you with scriptures. Anybody listening to that? This is my, I know.
So my question, you said you jumped in 2005.
Yeah.
You weren't nervous, or what's the, like, 'cause you didn't know if you could do it. You said you was called, but you didn't know if you could do it. You was just jumping in, right?
I mean, I jumped in. I've always been a right, left guy, no gray area.
Okay.
All my life with everything. That's why it was easy to beat them dudes up. Exactly. I just go right. I ain't even thinking great.
Right.
What if?
Right.
We say we going right. Let's go right.
That's what it is. Okay.
So with that being said, when I realized I'm jumping in, I started to like. I don't know if you familiar with the church world, whether it be Georgia, VA, whatever, but a lot of cats. Well, they do it now, but back then, not starting their own churches. Most people come out of a camp, come out of somewhere.
Right.
You know, I'm an old guy like J Hood come out of the locks.
Right.
Banks come out of G Unit. Well, a lot of churches are get established because you got Kojic, you got Baptist, you got United Church of Christ.
Right.
A lot of these people, pastors retire and then they just raise somebody up who's already been.
And they take over.
I came out of nowhere. I'm not Kojic. I'm not Baptist.
Right.
I'm not any of that. God called me to start my own church. And so you gotta imagine me starting my own church in my house with these 4 people. I ain't got no funding coming in from headquarters. I don't have banners and signs, and I just jumped out there and said, "Hey, I'm pastor now. I'm starting a church." I put a little $25 yard sign in my yard saying Sundays and Tuesdays. It's sitting right in my yard like a for sale sign, but it says Sundays and Tuesdays. Come to church. So that's how I jumped out.
So you opened up your own
my own house. I hit my money dance, but I ain't Bobby. Keep going, go. I preach for a living, this rapping is just a hobby. My style of big man, lyrical, y'all mean. I've been hot since Cash Money was talking that bling bling. I ain't saying I'm in the booth with the hottest 16. You saying I'm in the booth with the hottest 16.
There's some gaps in the timeline.
Yeah, just fill me in. I mean, that's the best, because I'm rambling, but I'm just so excited to be around that dude.
Right.
Yeah, that's when the hair cutting.
Yeah.
But I wasn't cutting hair in a barbershop until I was probably like 20-something, 22.
Somebody else showed first before you had your own.
Yeah. I cut in.
What's happening?
I was cutting in a barbershop for about a year, then I came over here. My man had owned this shop, 2000. He started owning this shop. I ain't know him. I came over.
Okay.
He came, my homie was from Portsmouth, and I bought it from him in 2010.
Oh. Okay.
But I was here.
Now, have you always been a solo barber? How does? Oh.
It's funny. No, because he was cutting hair, and then we had another barber. But I would say solo because, you know, barbers ain't consistent. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was always here.
Okay.
There was another barber at the time that was always here. You would think it was always mine because I was here. The owner wasn't here.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Then, yeah, and then, you know, I probably, from here I went on the road a little bit, and then I came back always
Went on the road. What you mean?
with your boys.
Okay, so now you
That's probably what you
it's the
want.
alley-oop.
He said that's probably what you
Let's
want.
do the alley-oop. This is what I want to know. A little bit of it, whatever you can talk about. And I know this ain't my podcast, but I just want to catch up. Well, you know, we said we was gonna catch up anyway, but I didn't know we was gonna catch up on the podcast.
Cool.
But it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So take me back to how that evolved, and it could be some subscribers who remember Brian Harris,
Right.
Big B from school, who may have missed it too. Because we got people that moved to Georgia, moved to Charlotte, they may not know. Because I didn't know. I'm in the church world, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09. I remember now around, I don't know what year this was. Dejan had to be 02 because he wasn't born yet. My daughter was born in 97, but he from Tower Park, right? And my daughter from Tower Park. And so what happened was, all of a sudden I get word that the grinding video getting ready to drop on Tower Park. Can we start there? For me anyway. They filming the clips. They filming grinding.
Oh, they filmed that you?
Yeah, I got questions about that too. They filming grinding. And no, this I just want to know. They filming grinding out Tower Park. I'm at Max and Irma's. I'm in MacArthur Mall. The video shoot was on a Saturday. I forget 2-way page or whatever. Somebody hit me on the joint. I'm on the grill. Ain't no hustler. Ain't no. I'm just on the grill cooking. And they say, Rock, you know, you born them. It's filming the video out Tower Park. I'm like, Tower Park. It didn't add up to me why they filming a video out Tower Park. Because Brodder Creek and Indian Lakes. No, this didn't add up to me. But how does, which I ain't mad at that, that's good, because they wanted a hood background, a hood, whatever. But for one, were you in that video? Because I didn't see you, I'm looking all over. But when did you connect with the clips? And I love it, because I love Gene. Me and Gene still talk to this day. He ain't even know something that wanted tickets, but we still talk to this day. I'll let you know that, Gene. And he
was always friends.
yeah, I know y'all was always, you and Gene.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, Terrence was
Always friends. But when did you gonna be our muscle? You gonna be our road? Because you used the term, Will, road manager. B, you was getting the money for the people. Make sure nobody won't money to get their money. This is what road manager do?
one of them, yeah.
What's the job description?
That was my
said
job
what?
description.
Exactly. So that could be a road manager then. Okay, well go ahead. But how did that happen? I know you was friends, but
That's all, bro. That's it. We was friends. They signed. There's no different than you saying, "Come on, let's get on the road." I'm
If I was
put you
like-
in this position.
right,
That's it.
this happened. I got you. I just didn't never knew because
I mean, there's
a little bit more, but I got you. Well, cool. Okay, I got you. Yeah, so I just watch. You know, I know you watch me evolve, but I just watch you evolve, of course. But my watching you evolve is all gaps. Barber, entrepreneur, stuff for the community. Because I'm watching your Facebook page and stuff, and you know, Jump House and got stuff on Saturdays for the kids. I'm like, damn, is that B right there? Is that B doing that? You know, then dudes got you in books, but under alias names. See, I'm tracking with all this. You mean what it is?
Yeah, I'm with
Oh,
that.
stop.
No,
Okay.
They're not really. Well, you say yeah,
I read
a
the
little
book.
bit. Oh, you did read the book?
You gave me the book.
No. But I'm saying prior to that.
Oh, prior to
really
that.
that be around here don't know that.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool.
Oh.
I don't. the platform. This is the first time I've even addressed it.
See, this is why it's a good platform. This is why it's a good. This is a good one to watch right here. I'm giving you exclusive stuff.
Yeah.
No, but for real. So, cause I'm always listen, man. I'm the kind of guy. I'm intrigued by. I watch YouTube. I watch stuff from Alpo. I watch stuff from Greedy. I watch dudes from Harlem, dudes from whatever. Stacey Robinson, dudes from Norfolk. I'm always intrigued. So when I found out you was connected to this. And then
It's funny you said Stacey Robinson because he's a local cat.
yeah,
He was renting a spot next door not too long ago.
I could never tell when he was doing lives or where he was. That's a whole other lie. Stacey, what's up, man? I know Stacey Robinson. My cousin, we know Stacey. But I could never tell where he was when he was having the building done or whatever he was doing. You know, okay. Dang, man.
Small world.
We got to talk off camera some more too. So my point is, these gaps, right? We got these gaps that I'm trying to fill in with you. But I watch you evolve, man, from the cat I went to school with. We ain't doing nothing wrong but doing dumb stuff, bowl cuts. Then we go from driving two-door Centras to, as the police say, robbing people. You know, getting in trouble, you know, whatever. You know, I go away, you go away for a hot second, but then you do your thing. I'm gonna ask about your brother too.
I think he walked back out.
No, that dude was your brother?
Yeah.
The one that was standing over there was talking?
I was gonna tell you that. Yeah, I knew it was gonna fuck you up. Yep.
That dude right there was your brother?
The one that was standing right there was talking to?
You see? Okay, I gotta say focus. I gotta say focus. He don't even know who I am. He's a little kid. But just watching you evolve, and then I see you doing that, you know. But then I found out when I came. No, see, again, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Vlad TV. I'm watching podcasts, and I hear somebody keep mentioning somebody who was on the road, making sure the Clips got their money, blah blah blah. And then this individual tagged you or did like a FaceTime interview with you. Remember that?
Yeah, when he put his book out. Yeah.
And I'm looking like, I took my glass. That's Brian. Brian is the muscle. Brian is the one that's in this book. That's what made me come running up. I came running up here. I can't. Yo, B. When this happened, huh?
The muscle.
B, come on, man. You be a mom.
It wasn't the muscle.
Okay, well, listen. Let me. I'm correct. Let me check you. Let me ask these questions honestly. If the Clips did a show for Will, rock it, grinding, and the funeral, and Mr. Me Too, and then Will don't pay. What happens?
First of all, don't go like that. He gonna pay before they even get on the stage.
Oh, okay, so you was the muscle. Come on, so you was the muscle.
On stage.
Right, so you know, okay, all right then. So there we go. But anyway, I mean, I'm proud of you, man, but I just didn't know you was doing all that. I'm like, God, dog, Brian is, and then, you know, I love Gene, man. You know, I know, but Terrence is younger than me, you know, but of course, if I see Terrence, I mean, I push it to you. If I see him, he gonna know who I am. But Gene, again, I talk to Gene all the time.
Okay.
Even now, and again, he ain't giving me something to work to, but I talk to him now, and I just didn't know you was involved in all that.
Yeah.
And traveling the world.
Yeah, that was fun.
Isn't it crazy how you can take the story you told earlier, this a snapshot of y'all youth or a moment in time in your life, and it doesn't define who you become or who you can be.
Man, that's a good point.
You see how different y'all are now? But if you was to go back and show the outside world these two kids, they would, you know what I mean? They would be like, you was lost, something wrong with them, what's wrong with these kids? But it's just a snapshot of your life.
And
that was what?
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you two different scenarios. I'm sure maybe you've had this conversation with cats that know me, that know you, that whatever know us. Barack, a pastor. I'm sure cats like, what? Ain't no way.
Right.
Well, I felt the same way when they said, be a barber. Or be like
right.
Ain't
no
way.
matter what you would eat.
Ain't no way.
Right.
Now, I don't know what I thought you would be, but I just didn't think
Right.
That's why when I saw you on that FaceTime interview on Facebook, I'm like, hey, B, that's B, that's Brian. I'm going to see Brian.
Right.
But see, your influence in your field caused me to come see you. All I'm trying to do is the influence in my field cause people to come see me.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. That's what I promise you. That's what I had already saw you before that, but that's what prompted me to like, I gotta connect. Because I saw you talking to him about y'all past and the fun you had, and I miss all them days, the club he owned and how you was doing this and you was all over the world. I missed all that because there was one time I never would have came in an environment like this when I was early on, when I first came to church and came to know Christ. I never would have came in nothing like this.
Right.
What? I would have been judging.
Right.
I would have been, whoa, thou is higher than me.
Right.
But then I realized that's not the Jesus way. I need to still be around my homies. I need to still be around my peoples. You know, because in my opinion, everybody needs a pastor. Whether you ever come to my church or not, you still need one.
Right.
I may not see none of y'all cats no more, but you still need somebody you can say, Rock, my pastor. I listen to Rock. Or if I need to call Rock for prayer, or if I need to just holler at him about something, everybody needs one.
Yeah.
Whether you never come to the building or not. So just watching watching you evolve, I'm just like, God, man, there's so many people, man, I see.
Yeah, long way though. It was a long way.
Long way.
Long.
So when did you stop?
I stopped during
with
the
them?
second album.
Okay.
During the second album. That's when I stopped.
You just mutually broke off and it's over with, it's over, the run is over, whatever.
Yeah, for me it was.
Okay.
They kept going.
Yeah, they kept going. Yeah. But you had seen enough, done enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty much.
But were you cutting in on the road too?
Yeah. Well, I was cutting before the road. So I was, when we would come home, whenever we was home, I would come back to the shop. I would always keep that alive.
Oh, so you had the shop?
I was cutting in the shop.
In the shop.
My man always held my chair down for me. So I just was always here.
Man.
And I knew to come back here. So when that was done, when that was over, I really had nothing else to do but cut in hair. I didn't know what I was gonna do, to be honest with you.
Which years this is gonna be like I don't take over the interview, Will.
That's cool.
It's fun.
I saw a picture of you, your man, one of our guys, y'all in Charlotte. I think he married this girl.
Mm-hmm.
What were you on the road then, or just what?
I was just coming off the road.
Huh?
I was just coming off the road then.
You don't.
Mm-hmm. I was
Okay.
just coming off the road then.
You don't even talk?
Not no more.
Oh man, okay.
No, because of that. Ain't that some shit?
Because of that, I thought you hooked him up.
That's what everybody's saying. That right, see.
See, I don't know nothing about all this.
Yeah,
you hooked him up, from what I understand.
I guess I did. I don't know.
Okay, I know.
Weird.
I'm in the spirit now, so let's just keep.
It's weird. I can't tell you nothing. I don't know.
Did we talk about this before this? Me and you. No. I'm just like, tell you, audience.
Okay, what we talking about?
No. Me and you didn't pre-program to talk about this.
No.
Right. I didn't know. I didn't know this was going to happen. Okay.
No, I don't know. I can't sit here and tell you. Yeah, I know.
And I saw y'all in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay, that be what? Okay.
Yeah, man. I can't tell you what happened.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. We'll take over. Change this up.
But it's the same thing. It's full circle. That's just a snapshot in time.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling what
You would have never thought.
things change. People change.
I never thought.
No, because I had people. But I was closer to somebody, and you were closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we just happened to all come together, but you was close to him.
Right. Yeah.
So, because one of the things that encouraged me is when I saw y'all in that picture. I don't know if it was her kitchen. Y'all was in Charlotte somewhere,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, they gonna be, they go her, and they go him.
And after that, that's when they. Yep.
See,
linked up.
and the whole time I'm on the Facebook, like I'm encouraged, like they go my homie.
Mm-hmm.
They go.
And the craziest thing, I can tell you the first thing going on. They got family and everything. They're married, kids, 5, 6.
Oh, they'll make about it. Be fruit and look like. Oh yeah, no question about that.
So I got another question
They
for
look
you.
good though.
Is there anything you would have did differently? Being where you are now in life? Would you change anything if you could?
You don't think so?
I'm just saying, maybe he feel like the experiences he went through got him to where he is now.
Nah, I'm not a believer that, and this is gonna be contrary to what people say all the time, but
Right.
experience ain't the best teacher. It's not the best teacher.
Okay.
If I tell you I went to prison for 4 years, you should just learn from that.
Right.
No, experience is the best teacher, so I gotta go to prison 4 years too.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right about
Right.
that.
In terms of that, you know.
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, for me, man, of course, if I could do it all over again, I ain't gonna make that. I'm gonna listen to what my cousin told me when I pull up at shop and go, and he told me, okay, they got their beer, get out the car.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do all over again.
So with that answer, do you feel like that's the biggest mistake you ever made?
In life?
Yeah.
Whoa. If not number one, it's definitely top three.
Okay, it's up there.
It's definitely one of my top three. However, but because of my faith and I believe in God, God used that mistake. God didn't cause that mistake. Because man is a free will agent. You can make choices you want to make.
Right.
God used that mistake to redirect my life.
Right.
But yeah, it's up there. It's gotta be top. It's gotta be top 2, top 3 decisions that I've made, and I own it though. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all know I ain't glorifying it. I'm just kicking it, trying to be a trend. I know most people don't see pastors in this light, but I ain't come here to preach the Bible to you.
Right.
I just came here to kick it and be human.
And tell us who you are.
Tell you who I exactly. So that's gotta be top 3 in my life. But when I look at what has come out of that, man, and how it's developed me and helped me walk into my purpose, it's I see it as a blessing now, and that's why I'm open to talk about it, because I'm free. You know, I'm free. I ain't got no bitterness. I ain't no hang-ups about it. Yeah, I'm good.
No.
Yeah, man.
So why most pastors or preachers or whatever don't take this approach? Your approach?
You know, B, I can't, and I won't. I can't speak for everybody. I just believe, and I don't want to use words that are deep, but I just believe I have a revelation. And what I mean by revelation, we're on the same playing field. I believe I have divine insight that others may not have. Not because I'm special or better than anybody else, but others just not willing to hear what God could be saying in a different way.
Right.
So I believe I have a revelation, and I challenge anybody, you know, when this is over with or whatever, look at Luke chapter number 15. St. Luke, the Gospel of Luke 15. Look at I love that chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters in the Bible. It talks about the parable of the prodigal son, the lost son, the lost sheep, and the lost coin. The whole chapter is about the lost. And all lost means, it's not a derogatory statement. It just means people who don't know who God is.
Right.
And the first 5, 6 verses of Luke 15, verse 1, and don't read it in the King James Bible, read it like in the NLT, Message Bible, Amplified Bible. But it talks about how Jesus is on purpose, not hanging around the church people, not hanging around the scholars and the Bible people. He's on purpose hanging around the common, everyday people.
Right.
Who have no idea who he is. On purpose. But in that same verse, Luke 15, the 3rd, 4th verse talks about how the religious people, they start judging him. Not the people, they're judging Jesus and criticizing Jesus. Why does he eat and hang out with sinners?
Right.
So that's my statement earlier when I said, a lot of times I don't hear preachers, pastors preaching the Jesus of the Bible. I hear them preaching a religious agenda.
Right.
So I'm very comfortable here. Why pastors don't take this approach? I think it's about a revelation. But at the same time, to defend some pastors, I don't think every pastor should. Because some cats couldn't even be in this arena.
Right.
They couldn't even be. If they used to smoke, they couldn't be here.
Right.
Yo, they'd be like, roll me one up.
Right. Okay.
I still know what weed smell like. I know when it's trash weed. That's good weed.
Right. right.
I know when it's trash weed.
Right.
But that don't mean but see, a lot of pastors couldn't even. So I'm not even. Well, my son, wait till that for. But I know why. I know why pastors don't. But I'm not even talking about those. I'm talking about the ones that like I think like you were asking about. I don't like that the ones that just look at a situation like this and they could watch the live or when we promote this or whatever. Oh, you at the what? Pastor Jail, you at the what?
Right.
Yeah, I can't wait to promote it. I told my whole church. You should have a lot more subscribers. I told my whole church. Click the subscribe button.
Oh, you told them to come here?
No, I didn't tell them. Why didn't tell them?
Just this episode.
What? No, they know. But they told. I told them that it was going to be. I told them. I want you to understand this. Go back and watch my service on Tuesday. I told them when I'm your pastor. I'm going to a spot where it's going to be weed in the air. One of my members, I call my member's partner. One of my partners said, "Pastor, enjoy the podcast and enjoy the atmosphere." That's what he told me. I said, "Boy, you crazy." But why pastors won't? Well, I'm free. My hands are clean. My motive is pure. Me being here is pure. I'm not here to judge. I ain't here to. I rebuke that. That's the devil. I'm just here to be a light. I'm here to. This is somebody who knows me and used to know me. So how can I come in here capping and fronting? Right. And you gotta understand. Sometimes we put these pastors on these pedestals that they shouldn't be on.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not looking to compromise or dumb down who I am in the body of Christ or who I am in the kingdom. But I think to me, and even if it's some believers or Christians watching, I think to me, I hope I'm demonstrating and displaying, man, this, we used to wear these little bracelets. What would Jesus do? Mm-hmm. To me, I think this is what he would do. And you can't tell me he wouldn't, because then you got to take the whole Luke 15 out the Bible.
Right. Because
you look at Luke 15, I promise you, verse 1 through 10, 1 through 11, you can see Jesus was in environments just like this. And guess what? The crazy thing about it, it said crowds came to hear what he had to say. Not the church crowds.
Right.
It was the people who were non-churchy. Again, the Bible called them notorious sinners. They the ones that came in. That let me know the name of my church is Relevant Church. Mm-hmm. Jesus had to be relevant in order for non-churchy people. Because you ain't asking a preachy dude to come to your podcast. Right. Who gonna watch that broadcast?
Right.
So Jesus had to be relevant. And all I came here to do is be relevant.
I was gonna ask you that too. Did you want to put out the name of the church where it's at? No.
Relevant Church, 157 Morrison Avenue, Virginia Beach, Virginia. If you're in the Virginia Beach area, it's the exit away from Lynn Haven Mall, the opposite way.
Oh,
so Lynn Haven South North. Lynn Haven South is the mall. Take the other exit, and we right behind Rose and Wumble. You actually can see us from the interstate. If you're looking off the interstate, you can see us. Mm-hmm. But we right off Lynn Haven. But we one church, multiple locations. We opened up a location in Suffolk, Virginia on June 21st.
Oh, that's nice.
We in Suffolk, and we already have a location in Raleigh, North Carolina as well. So nice. One church, multiple locations. And then we, of course, we have an online, because since COVID, people start coming to church.
Right.
So we have an online church too. So there's 4 locations that you can catch us on.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Now, how do other pastors, preachers feel your approach? Like, do they support, or do they look down on? Do they try to push you out? How does that work?
I make a statement. I probably should stop making it. I don't have a lot of pastor friends.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't, but not because I don't want to though. I don't. Let me rephrase that. I don't have a lot of local pastor friends. Mm-hmm. I definitely have friends out of town, Carolina, Maryland, Atlanta. I got friends, but I don't have a lot of local. Like anything else, man. Barbers. It's the good old boys club. It's the you ain't competition. You don't do it like me. Like, you gotta think. I mean, like, and I say all this respectfully. A lot of the guys in my area, they either went to Norfolk Seminary or they went to Virginia Union.
Okay.
Virginia Union is the preacher school. If you say you're a preacher, you go to Virginia Union to get your degree or whatever. Or you would have been in Norfolk Seminary. No problem with any of that. But that's not the route God took me on. God took me to college in the penitentiary. God gave me all my wisdom and revelation and education in prison. So when I came out as a guy, started his own church, I'm not Koji, I'm not Baptist.
Right.
I didn't go to Virginia Union. I didn't go to Norfolk Seminary. Who do you think he is?
So you the type that snuck into the back through the party. You wasn't invited.
Maybe so.
I showed up.
Maybe
Right.
so.
Right.
I can't say every cat feels that way, but
Right.
that's kind of how. So a lot of these cats, I mean, you know, and I'm free now. I'm comfortable in my own skin. But a lot of these local guys who I have a problem with, they don't even acknowledge me.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even acknowledge. But I don't need it though.
Right.
But it hurts my heart as a man of God. It hurts my heart because I think I have the way I believe they can help me. I believe I have something that can help them.
Right. That's right.
Like the average pastor, the average reverend couldn't come on this show without changing his voice. Well, you know, God.
Right.
Man, I'm just kicking it with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to make you think. The average pastor, when he get around you, gonna change. Bro, you don't talk. Stop it, bro. You don't talk like that on the regular. Let's talk sports. Let's talk rap. Let's talk verses. Let's talk Jada Kid. Bro, come. Why are you telling your people to listen 95% what you listen to in the car?
Right.
And that ain't for every pastor, but I'm saying this is a lot.
Right.
But that's why a lot of y'all don't go to church. You ain't gotta tell me. I know that's why y'all don't go to church.
That was my next question. Do you? Because I know church folks see it all the time. The knock on, especially with social media being so big, the knock on not the religion, but church folks.
Yep.
Christians or people just that go to whatever church, whatever denomination.
Yep.
Is that something that you play into to get followers or believers, or is that just something that completely bothers you? That knock on, because I know you hear it, and whether you believe like they're directly saying it to you, it encompasses your people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
And so like I heard my brother Sylvia. I try my best in my verbiage and my delivery to stay away from competition.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to present, hey y'all, here's the vision God gave me. Here is what I am called to do and present, and here's what Relevant Church is called to do and present. Now, obviously, when I tell you what God has called me to do and what He's called Relevant Church to do, and you're gonna draw a comparison based on where you came from. It's just people's natural reaction. But I don't play that card or play that hand to try to, like, I'm not trying to be different.
Mm-hmm.
I just am. Like, I ain't trying to be.
You're not making an angle.
I'm just presenting the assignment that God gave me. And so, like, we do this thing in our church, like, for members, a couple of most partners, and we got one coming up Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday. And for members and partners, and for people who just thinking about joining our church, like, what Rob talking about?
Right.
What's Relevant Church about? We have a thing called Coffee and Conversation. It's like a new members orientation. Or I've been in your church before, I watch you online. I'm thinking about being a part of your church. Let me hear more about you.
Right.
And you can ask me questions or whatever. I have a spiel that I'm gonna go over. But at this meeting, I go over all your expectations. Here's what God has called me to do. I'm gonna look like this when I preach. If that bothers you, I probably can't be your pastor. My jeans gonna be real. I'm wearing Gucci.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ain't no question.
Right.
I'm gonna be talking about money.
Right.
Yeah, Jesus and money. I'm gonna be talking about marriage and relationships. I'm gonna be teaching on singleness. I'm not gonna look like your former pastor. So that gives the members, or if you're thinking about joining, up front what I'm about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like Jesus makes this statement in Matthew 4. He tells when he's recruiting his team, he got 12 guys that he's recruiting. Mm-hmm. The first guys he recruits, he says, follow me, and I'm gonna make you fishers of men. They were fishermen. He says, drop down your nets and you about to start catching Bryans and Wills.
Right.
Right? You know one thing about fishing, you know, if you on high fishing or drunk fishing, you know fishing, when you fishing, there's certain kind of bait. They catch certain kind of fish.
Right.
Well, Jesus told them, follow me. So my assignment is, I know what kind of fish I'm after. And the kind of fish I'm after need to see this stuff. Need to see me look like this. Not with a collar on or a robe on or a suit on. The kind of fish that I'm trying to catch need to know I've been to prison. Need to know this is my second marriage. Need to know that I'm going to come to a podcast where, listen, there's some good weed.
Right.
They need to know. So I'm already prepared. Well, I ain't called to everybody. And that's what most pastors don't get. Stop judging. You ain't called. There's some people who ain't never gonna listen to me, who think I'm the devil.
Right.
I ain't called to them.
Right.
But guess what? This dude right here, he ain't going to Reverend Bobo Church. He is not going to hear nothing Reverend Bobo got to say. But he'll come hear what I got to say.
Right.
And guess what? I am only measuring success. You know, we got a big old building. We got 4 locations, including online. We got van. We got multiple buildings. We got assets. We have no needs. I am only measuring the success of our church by transformed lives.
Right.
You come to my church and ask people, has your marriage changed? He came to my church, 6 months living apart from his wife. Right? Is that right? 6 months not with his wife. Come to my church, ain't been apart from his wife since. My ministry, my church is successful.
Yeah,
You see where I'm going with this?
Right.
You come on drugs, you ain't on drugs no more. My church is successful. My cousin living way in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Hear from God, I'm supposed to be in Virginia Beach. And he here almost every other week, every weekend. Jacksonville, how many hours? 4 hours. You can't brainwash nobody. I'm only measuring success. And I can tell you story, the marriage, singleness, couple lived in Richmond, moved. People are coming to our church, not because of me, but because of the vision that God has given me. It ain't me. But so to answer your question, people are connecting, and I'm not measuring success by how many cars I can get, what I can wear. However, that's Gentile bait. Because I got cats like you or cats like these cats here. So when they see me get up in Gucci, you won't go hear nothing I said until I mention I got on Gucci.
Now he's paying attention.
Oh, let me see something for a minute. Maybe what he say makes sense. Fat, out of shape, need a haircut, George Jefferson all around, whatever, shoes leaning. God is good. Rev, I can't tell. Hey Rev, I can't tell God is good.
Right.
So, I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So I just understand that. Now I gotta be honest. I mean, people have abused Gucci. They've abused people's money. They've pimped the people.
Right.
I get that.
Right.
But come on, don't stop coming to church because people have done wrong.
Yeah.
People have done wrong with driving cars. You still drive.
That's true. You make a point. One more question for me, man. What about the, I don't know if it's a stigma on the Christian upbringing or whatever, but the manipulation with it, as far as how they use it to manipulate and
control people and
like especially the women.
Yeah. I just
I
think,
deal with
man,
that in I used to deal with that in my relationship.
our community. I mean, I'm talking about the African American community, but I don't consider myself to be a black pastor, white pastor. I'm a kingdom pastor, which I'm called to all people, white, black, mixed, whatever. But there's a scripture in the Bible that says this. It's Hosea 4:4. It says, "My people, God's people, it's God talking. My people perish or are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge." Hosea 4:4. My people, God is talking. My people are destroyed. And that word destroyed means to be cut off for a lack of knowledge. And then it goes on to say that people know that part, but then the same verse says, not only because you lack knowledge, but then when the truth knowledge is presented, you reject it. So it's two parts. There's two forms of ignorance. Ignorance is, which we all have to some degree, I just don't know. That's one. The second one though is, here it is, the truth, and you saying,
I refuse to believe.
Two forms. Most people don't know one form. So to a degree, all of us are ignorant. The second one is more of a choice. That pastor telling the truth, but I ain't receiving that. So a lot of times, I've been pastoring for 18 years. Like I like to say, I've been out. I just like this. I kind of keep my vernacular relevant. I've been outside for 18 summers, pastoring. Been pastoring for 18 years. And what I've discovered is most Christians who call themselves Christians, believers, they believe in Jesus, born again, the Christian faith or whatever, don't read the Bible. They take whatever the pastor say to be the truth. And when you do not read your own Bible, when everything, because I got a collar on, or I call myself reverend or pastor or bishop or whatever, and you just take what I say, it's easy to manipulate you. So one of the things we do with our church, I've been doing it for 18 years, what I meant by that. But this church I'm pastoring now, before I even preach, I say pull out your Bibles, wave them in there. If it's on your phone, if it's on your iPad, your tablet, and they're gonna come on the scriptures that I call out, gonna come on the screen, but wave in there. And I do like what I call a confession. This is my Bible. I ain't what it says I am. But I'm only doing that because I want you to know everything I'm getting ready to say to you. Because you just showed me you had a Bible, you're gonna be able to turn to it.
Right.
But most of us ain't grew up in these kind of churches. We grew up in a church where the pastor would say, today the text is Matthew 4:4. You ain't turning to Matthew 4:4. He knows Matthew 4:4. You went to college. You've been praying. You know God. I'm just here for you to make my day better. So if he tells the woman, whatever, tells the men, treat your wives like this, or let your wife come see me, because he's the reverend. You gullible and you go for it. But in my church, I'm making people hold me accountable. No, download a Bible app, because you might not bring a Bible to church. I got one on my iPad. Hold up your Bible, wave it at me. Because we get ready, what I'm getting ready to say, it's almost like, excuse me, I tell my church this. Everything I say to you, because there's going to be some radical stuff I say, and even on this podcast, hold it up to the light. You know, like you go to a joint, you go to a certain stores you go to, if the bill is high, to tell if it's counterfeit. Well, and these guys will tell you, at my church, at Relevant Church, I say everything I say to you, for one, you got a Bible in your hand. For two, hold it up to the light. Meaning, bounce what I'm saying off of what's in your hand. Did I just read to you and explain to you what's right here? But the churches we grew up in, we tradition, and we grew up in, for one, there was a time where people couldn't even read. So
we had to listen to what they were saying.
They used, bro, you gotta come hear me in February sometime. They used Black History Month. They used the Bible to put us in slavery. And the Bible, it talks everything anti-slavery. In fact, there are more black people in the Bible, but we couldn't read it. So to add about manipulation and getting you to do this and getting you to do that, you don't like this, but unfortunately, I hear them stories. It's your fault. You should have read that. I don't know what kind of lease you signed when you read first, you bought it first. You should have read. If the man got in here when you turn 60, all the money go to me. That's your fault. You signed it. You didn't read it though. You know what I mean? And that's what's happening in the church. That's why we manipulate people. And that's why they keep doing it, because somebody famous said this. It's a quote. If you want to keep something from black people, put it in the book. Next question. Next question. And don't put it in the holy book. We're only the holy man should know it.
All right. Check this out. I got a question for you.
Vito woke up now. Yeah.
No,
No, I got you.
$5 million?
Oh, Jay-Z?
Nah.
Say
5
that.
minutes with Jesus or $5 million?
This is gonna mess you up. Ask it one more time so people can hear you
No,
clearly.
I don't want this.
Ask one more time.
$5 million or 5 minutes with Jesus?
$5 million.
Thank you.
Why do you say that though? Do you want him to answer? Or you want to go?
No,
Okay.
It's not right. It's not a right.
I need to answer that though.
Okay, go ahead.
Because
Definitely do, because you will bug people.
Right.
Because when I said to everybody, you know, you gotta be
he all
people
about the
that
money.
scared.
He all. I'm a believer. I read my own Bible. You ain't gotta read it for me. My Bible tells me that Jesus says in Hebrews 13, verse 8, I'll never leave you, nor forsake you. My Bible tells me Jesus lives on the inside of me. My spirit man, the real me. So he never away from me. Give me the $5 million. And I'm gonna be with Jesus. What? Give me the bag.
Yeah.
Are you out there? Give me the bag. Because Jesus is with me right now.
All right, now this is my thing here. Loyalty over love or love over loyalty?
Say it one more time.
Love
Lord-
over loyalty or loyalty over love?
And again, this is just me answering these questions from I'm a Christian. I make no bones about that. The Bible says God is love. And the one who does not love does not know God. If I challenge you to read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, that's the love chapter. It really defines what love is and what love is not. So when I truly understand what, not the world's way, TV's way, what you say, when I understand God, because God is love, when I truly understand love, I cannot not be loyal to you if I love you. Like there's a cat over there in that corner. When we were growing up together, he went to Iraq a few times. I never question his loyalty because I know his love. So to me, this is to me, the overflow of love is loyalty. I ain't gotta focus on loyalty when I understand love. Because I love you, even if you make me mad, I love you, it trumps it. The overflow is loyalty. And the thing about love is, while most people who were tight, we talked about other people earlier, who were tight and can no longer be loyal to each other, you really didn't love that person. Because the Bible says love covers a multitude of sins. Don't think of sin as thou shalt. They think about sins, mishaps, miscommunications. We didn't see eye to eye. My Bible tells me love covers any mishaps that me and him can have. Love covers it.
That was deep, bro. You just let stuff down. You probably
Yeah. I'm just.
Because it came from me. I'm a loyalty over love kind of guy.
No, I get you, and I get that. No, I get it. See, I have a saying too. I say the power to define is the power to fulfill. You can never fulfill something you've never defined. Once I clearly define something, I can consistently every day fulfill it. I ain't gotta guess. I know why you feel that way, and I'm not telling you not to feel that way. Love over love, loyalty over love. But if I can ever sit down with you and let's define love, you will see loyalty is a part of the package. It ain't apart from the package. We made it a part. But so, and this is a step on people's feet. But so someone who refuses to be loyal to you anymore, they never loved you.
That's a fact.
They really, they. No, I know y'all went to war together and battle together, but they didn't love you because if you love, and we've been at odds. One time something happened to me at Shop and Go, and I'm like, well, you ain't jump in. They ain't got nothing to do with loyalty.
That's a fact.
There was some, and then love corrects. Love discipline. I was out of line. Love had to run its course. And then we can have a conversation afterwards. Here's why right here. And guess what? See, so a lot of people stop going forward with people because trust been broken. Loyalty been broken. And I'm not saying, listen, I want to be balanced here. Man, somebody, stab me in the back and do something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're going to be going out to eat together the next day.
Yeah.
But I can still love you. Somebody bring your name up. Yep, I know him. It's my guy. But my guy don't have to mean we was together yesterday. So you gotta understand, God is, to me, again, the power to define is the power to fulfill. God is love. Once I understand love like for that capacity, man, loyalty is the overflow. I know I asked that more than one.
No, that was the best answer we got.
That was actually the best. Yeah.
Most people try to break it down, but they don't go that
And
deep.
it don't make sense. You can tell that
They just picking something that they feel sound better. But that's what we all do.
But that's what we all do. Yeah, I appreciate
My
that.
purpose for saying it was because most of the time, most people when they go through anything, in life is usually from the person, whether it's betrayal or whether it's usually from the person that love. That's why.
No question.
To me, loyalty.
No question. No,
Whether you gone
see,
for
that
years,
makes sense too.
or
Yeah.
whether you not around, you know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
loyalty, like you said, it is a package. That loyalty is gonna make you love me infinite.
They're
It's not
hand in hand.
You're never gonna cross. But yeah, that was deep. That was like how you did that one. Preach. Preach. All right, I got a sport one. MJ or LBJ.
For some reason, I knew this was coming. No, like days ago, he said barbershop talk. So I wanted to see what, and I'm a rap fanatic, sports fan. So here's my here's my take, my quick take. I'm a LeBron James fan, but here's what's so ironic. I am a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. That's my squad. Win, lose, or draw. I've been a Tar Heel fan forever, right? Of course, Jordan, Tar Heel. But I am a LeBron James. I ain't done answering that. I'm a LeBron James fan. And I like LeBron. I like his game overall. His vision, his passing, his assists, his rebounding, his scoring. A little passive or whatever, but if you asking me the question, you holding me to the fire, I gotta say Jordan, of course. The man's 6-0 in the finals. I know he wasn't always playing in the finals. I know there was a time before Scotty, before they got but there's a few small traits that I've never seen Jordan do. Bro, Jordan shooting that ball, game online. I don't care how good you can shoot. I know he passed the ball to Steve Kerr in the Phoenix series, but Pal Paxson, whatever, bro. But still, if you ask me who's my favorite, LeBron. But who's the best? And to me, Jordan.
Absolutely.
I even would still argue, but knowing I'm just arguing to argue because I like LeBron better, but knowing you're right.
Right.
Yeah. Jordan. No question.
You got one?
No, I thought we was going down the list.
Oh, no, man, I gotta make sure.
Those are the ones. That's the ones we do for everything.
Beyonce or Rihanna? Gotta do it.
Yeah. Rihanna.
And this is any answer, any kind of way you like it too.
Yeah, no, I got you. Oh man. I mean, this ain't hard as you think. But I'm just trying to make sure I give her this other girl the benefit of the doubt.
Don't worry about it.
What, don't worry about it?
Yeah, don't worry about her.
I'm just, okay, well,
She ain't missing no sleep.
It's Beyonce, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's B. It's to B. I mean, come on, to me that ain't even close. But I don't know who's watching. Like, why dare you,
Yeah.
Pastor?
See, we let the guests go. We argue this amongst ourselves.
Oh, okay.
We just let whatever. You're not wrong. Whatever. It's an opinion.
Yeah, these are just like little things that come up in the shop.
No, well, barbershop. I got you. Yeah.
Do you like Eminem? At all?
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't gotta like him as a fan.
Yeah, no. Because I follow
I
follow Eminem for the backpacking days.
Alright.
From when he was running around town with the Roots and freestyling.
Okay.
So you.
I ain't just a stand, dude. I've been with. So what? Yeah, hip hop is my thing. But go ahead, it's sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Eminem or Busta?
That's a new one.
Wow.
Oh,
Because I'm thinking along styles.
doing what? What we talking about? You gotta be what's. Cause doing what?
What do you mean? Ain't nothing to talk
We're
about.
talking about overall. Take
Talking
everything
rap,
into consideration.
hits, songs, however you want.
Hits, shows,
This
bars.
is your opinion.
Your opinion. You can't go wrong, bro.
Damn,
It just adds to the list.
So,
The house can answer too.
and okay, good, but good. I'm glad you put that. And I got one for y'all. If you don't end up asking me, I got one for y'all.
Yeah.
Given to this point, well, I'm too technical. Lyricists,
Yeah.
I'm going to M. Overall, especially where we are now, and even staying relevant and staying up to pace, Busta. But bars, lyricists, and can even murder Jay-Z on his own joint. I mean, he didn't murder Nas on his joint, but
Nas is the king.
lyricist Eminem, but overall just performance, energy, hits. And I know Eminem got this, but I just think, and Busta's still going, but he ain't stopped. I wish Eminem would get back involved. I wish he would get back involved.
Well, he's still in the mix. He probably, it's not the same.
He had, he signed in Cat. Well, he hit Griselda Cats one time, but I don't know what he's doing now. But it ain't like, yeah.
Missy or Nicki Minaj?
I'm a bar dude, right? I'm a bar.
Maybe like that.
Like
I walked into this.
if you ask me about any rappers, any rappers, local, any whatever, I like bars, right? I'm a boom bap. Give me this spit. I like bars, right? So, but I'm going with Missy. I think Missy is talented. I think she's creative. I think there's nothing Missy can't do. Missy write for Monica. Missy write for Destiny's Child. Missy got her own joints. Missy write for whatever Tweet. I think Missy is just super crazy talented, and she got some of that Busta Rhymes creativity in her too, in her own way.
That's good with that. Styles or Beanie Siegel?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Now you in my lane now. Let me see. It's just got to be the Ghost versus Siegel. It can't be. So Styles versus Siegel.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think they're the two hardest rappers outside of Scarface. So.
Ooh. People sleep on Beans, man. I know he.
I think people sleep on Styles too.
No. But people sleep on. But I just want to make sure I said. See, I'm throwing Beans credit first before I come with my final answer. But people sleep on them first two albums that Beans put out, and them Hot 97 freestyles before he did Lung or whatever he had going on. But I even heard Kiss say this one time, man. Styles in his top 5. And I think I gotta go with Ghost. I gotta go with Styles. I gotta go with Styles on that. Yeah. I ain't saying it's a landslide, but I think he got him. He definitely got him. I think I gotta go with Styles. Yeah, I gotta go with Reservoir Dogs and all that Styles.
Who you go with?
Y'all never asked me this.
You
I don't
never
know.
heard that one?
I've never heard that one.
heard
The
that
one before that one either. I told you these are
Wait a minute. These
not
kids
the female one.
since February 27th.
You never. I must have missed them. We ain't had a guest then. To ask. But I go with Styles only
Oh,
because
Styles, okay.
I don't know much of either one of these dudes. But
Oh, Dad, how old are you
They
again?
hurt me to my heart whenever we talk music.
35.
This is why these questions come up too. Some of these arguments
So,
are like
Kodak Black versus NBA Youngboy.
I don't know.
I
That ain't my area either.
Okay.
That's a good one too, though. Like,
Who are you to go?
But-
Yes,
but-
I love hip hop, man. I love
But
hip hop.
to answer the question, based on what I have heard,
What you
Styles,
have heard? When you go Styles?
I haven't heard much. Y'all respecting the hell out of Beanie Siegel for what I've heard.
What?
Yeah, see, we're gonna start a whole.
That's why we can't.
What else you got? I love the hip hop questions. Oh
From
my
what
God.
I heard.
I got one more, and this is it. This is
Okay.
not even hip hop, really. MJ or Prince.
Oh. Now, that's tough, right?
See, that's crazy.
Cause my older cousins and them, they love some Prince, but I thought Michael Jackson was just the GOAT.
Yeah.
But they kept pushing this Prince agenda on me like, no, you have no clue. This boy Prince is a genius too. He just ain't getting the. But I don't.
It's a no.
Can I do it? That's a no-brainer. No, you 35. Then you disqualified.
Well, what's your?
Let's ask the room. Can we ask the room on this one?
Yeah.
And I got one for y'all too before we leave.
Let the guests finish.
Let me finish first. And I want to ask the room. God, that's tough. See,
Well, first of all, what's your age?
I'm 41.
Okay.
see.
54.
I know you know.
52.
Yeah, y'all know. Oh, yeah. So y'all two the
So
young
then- so
ones.
we-
I would love to see y'all.
33.
So we should. That's a tough one. No. At first, I would immediately go to one person.
Mhm.
But if you making me
Break it
really
down.
think,
As you get older.
as I get older, if I'm not gonna say draw, I think it might be disrespectful for me to say. And I know what I don't know. Let's let the room answer that one. No, who you got first?
I'm going MJ.
I thought that was
I'm
an obvious,
MJ.
but
I'm MJ all day.
is that the obvious?
No, I mean when we break it down, if we was to put songs out there, I mean don't get me wrong.
You think it's obvious?
But I think,
How old are you?
I think MJ.
46.
Oh yeah, so you got a right to say that. No, I thought you was a 31. No, you got a right. No, you got a right to say that.
This comparison to me is like the Michael Jordan and LeBron comparison. It's really not really fair, but it's fair. Because in the sense it's different genres, just like it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron and MJ, like to me, LeBron should have been always compared to Magic Johnson.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't want to get
talking about
but-
styles of playing how to
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
But
Don't do it.
But in what
Don't do it.
but
in what
oh,
way?
yeah, oh, no,
Don't do it.
In what way is?
Hold on, let him say that.
Oh,
bullshit. Go ahead, say it.
It's a landslide, bro.
what's a landslide?
Say
What
it.
you talking about?
Jackson.
Who's?
Oh,
okay.
what?
It's not even close.
You don't think it's close?
I think it's nowhere near.
Are you familiar with Prince catalog?
I think Prince is like a fad. And
fad?
Michael Jackson is
What?
like a forever.
No.
I'm just saying,
See,
we
this
all-
is what I'm saying. I'm all for the
We all
opinion.
lived through the era.
I'm always down for the opinion.
No, I'm not.
Prince.
So if you
We
had,
all wanted to wear the white gloves. We
If-
all wanted to do the moonwalk.
if I had to make a decision, I'm going MJ. But I'm still like I'm not gonna forget about the Prince stuff.
He was
Can
a
I tell you
weirdo,
something?
man.
Can I say one thing about
Prince
this?
was a
Hold
weirdo
on.
until he was old. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was a weirdo. When we
Well,
was a kid,
but definitely weirdo.
nobody listened
Well,
to
Mike
Prince.
was weirdo too. wasn't he?
Let me say
Mike
one
was
thing.
weird in a different, iconic way. He was
Right.
on a different level way. Niggas wasn't paying attention to Prince like that.
Let me say this one thing.
Oh, I got two
Both of them
questions.
passed away, right?
Yeah.
Both of them passed away. I'm gonna just say, when Prince passed away, it was really sad.
Yeah.
When Michael Jackson passed away,
Oh,
they
yeah.
had to stop women
Oh, ain't no-
committing
Ain't no
suicide.
question.
We
Ain't no
definitely
question.
know Mike was
Ain't no
the
question.
in there. He's the one he's the bar.
I don't know why we're talking about this. Isn't even close.
So let me ask you something. Can I get you to block some out your head?
I don't know Prince albums. You know what I'm saying?
Can I get you to block some out your head?
Mhm.
No, you just say yes to that. I get you to block a whole agenda out your head. Can you do that for me? Just block it out your head. You promise you can do that for me?
Okay.
Michael Jackson, R. Kelly.
I'm still gonna say Michael Jackson.
Michael
R.
Jackson.
Kelly is next.
This is
Huh?
That's the battle.
That's Michael Jordan, LeBron to me. This is closer than the Prince Michael Jackson for me.
I said get the agenda out your head. But
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, I'm not
Michael is the bar. And I'm saying Michael Jackson is the bar, meaning all around. He might not have wrote all his hits or whatever, but you feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about Michael Jackson. I don't think he did. But,
no, I know he did. Yeah.
But
You gotta go
I
through.
mean that's a fact. But he reaches. I mean, look, every artist that's out, even R.
So,
Kelly, wants to be a Michael Jackson.
But if this stuff never
impact.
come up with R. Kelly, where's he at?
I don't even
If
put
this
that
stuff-
on.
I think he's still up
I
there.
take that away. I can't. I'm one that be on this
You're a
show.
legend. You're a legend.
I keep him separate. I keep that separate.
Okay.
I don't believe in that cancel BS.
You gotta remember, Mike's a different horse, man. Mike's an entertainer, songwriter, singer.
No,
he
Who
do
are you
all
talking
that.
about? R. Kelly was that
You
too.
said,
No, that's what I'm saying. But he wasn't an entertainer like Michael Jackson.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's why
Like
so
Michael
we're gonna
Jackson
edge out
filled
at
out
any
stadiums
point.
by
I mean, he
himself,
got it
doing
all. That's
shit.
what I'm saying. He set
He
the
won't
bar.
like Michael
that don't get me wrong. In the Prince conversation and in the R. Kelly conversation, I just was overthinking. But if I,
No, that's a good one. 'Cause
That's
who else
probably
can
more.
go.
That's probably more.
But
If we thinking verses now, who can go up against R. Kelly and beat him?
alive,
I mean,
not
in the
a soul.
verses, that's different.
I mean,
Not a-
dead or
not-
alive.
not
Who
a-
you gonna put up
Not a
against?
soul.
Yeah,
Who
nobody
you gonna put
can
against
verse.
him?
Not a
Not
soul.
in the verse, like Mike can't
And he
do the
can
verse.
not nobody.
Y'all don't think Michael Jackson can beat him in the verses?
Nah, not in the verses.
Not without him being here.
I don't think a verse.
I think he would have to have that.
Don't nobody
and
want
I'm,
to
and I'm
see
like
him.
all day.
I'm talking about if they were alive.
If they played these songs,
That's what I said. If they were alive. Oh.
but if they played these, I mean, he gonna be dancing stuff too.
Whatever
I mean, you know,
wanna
Mike
do
will
with the
always,
verses.
Mike don't gotta do nothing but moonwalk. One, two,
And we talking about
You gotta remember,
we're talking about three different eras.
Every song on Thriller was.
No, you're right.
Every
You're right.
single one.
Well, even up against the wall, all that stuff is just
Yeah,
legend.
against the
But
wall.
R. Kelly got
Bad-
some.
Bad had all.
But I got you. If it's somebody that can beat R. Kelly, it's gotta be Mike. But other than that,
I mean, R.
or
Kelly,
even the oldest.
I ain't gonna lie,
guy,
R. Kelly
but I
got
can't
joints.
say it.
Man, R. Kelly got joy.
all right.
Whose was yours?
Now,
Who was yours?
hold on, and the
Oh,
R. Kelly
I got
fan,
one, yeah.
I'm an R. Kelly fan still, and I'm gonna always say that I don't, I don't agree with what he did.
No question. Let's be
But
clear on
also, I'm a type of person I hold everybody accountable.
Right.
Parents should be in jail. Some of them victims, to me,
that. Well, we're talking about Mike. So
Mike ain't do
That's why I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
it. Mike ain't touch them kids.
Mike got some off the field
He
issues
got
too.
allegations. hold on. So what we doing? But his allegations, not even being funny though. But we already know that them allegations was just strictly that, made up allegations.
Correct.
Because he
Correct.
never got
Two
found.
different things.
Not
never
only
got-
because they're not found guilty, because they were straight up allegations.
Okay.
Like
True.
made up.
I got it,
Like,
I got
you
it.
know that.
He didn't
That's not
feel-
a-
coming out of the criminal
Come on,
system,
man.
I gotta recognize that. You're right.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, and you know, of course, R. Kelly beat his, but we knew that wasn't true. That's like OJ.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? We was happy.
Yeah.
But
I
it
got
wasn't true. Now I don't know if he was happy about the R. Kelly situation, but it wasn't true.
No, I got
But
it.
for it to happen again the way it did, or whatever, with these parents involved, man, everybody's accountable, man. Them kids,
How would they get
we all
caught?
old enough. So look, I know in our day, and I'm probably sure they still doing it. How many times did you see your girl or the girl you like in school, junior high or high school, get scooped up by the guy that, by the cat that was in the military or the cat who just finished school? You feel what I'm saying? It was going down all the time.
All the
So
time.
these girls was being
Now that's
grown.
true.
Now, granted, yeah, they was victimized though, I guess, right? If that's how we gonna do it.
Right.
I ain't doing that. Them kids wanna be grown, they was being grown.
I see.
Now,
that.
it's not right what he did.
It ain't right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
both
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think he should be the only one in jail. And I can separate the BS from the music.
Right.
But I will say this. That motherfucker was a genius because he had us singing right along with him. And we ain't think not one time.
And you go back and look at his lyrics.
But that's why I said I can separate because I'm not gonna ever think about a little
Pied
girl
Piper,
singing.
right,
But
whatever.
Pied
Yeah.
Piper,
If you look
that
at-
Pied
look it
Piper,
up. Look it
bro,
up. Look
Pied
it up.
Piper.
Look it
That's
up.
why you know R. Kelly
It's
ain't
a
right.
dude.
He knew what he was doing. You
And
know what I'm saying?
and we sang it every lyric.
It was a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There you go.
It was.
Nas
It was,
and Jay-Z.
but
It was.
I'm not.
Nas.
And if you've been listening to Nas lately, the last year or two, you know Nas got the helm. If you didn't think so before, he definitely got it
I
now.
think he just showed you.
Why it's always been
Magic,
him.
KD 1,
Yes.
2, and 3.
There you go.
Well, you remember what you was asking us before in the beginning when you kept saying, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
In this debate, and from what I heard Nas and Jay-Z, I've heard people say Jay-Z won because of money. I've heard
Can be.
So you know what I'm saying?
Nas is on that same type money.
But now
I'm
he
just
definitely
saying
showed
some
a lot of
people-
business business.
Some people look at it
But he don't get
differently
credit
is
for
all
it.
I'm trying
You
to
know
say.
what it was? You might want to say he slow rolled it, or he kept it as genuine as possible the whole way through. Nas came out as he was, and
I've even seen people bring their baby mamas into it. Like that's why it depends on what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
What we talking about with the baby mama?
They say,
No,
oh,
he's saying what I
Like-
said. Because earlier I said,
what are we talking about?
what are we talking about?
Some people in they debate, they bring that into it. They say, oh, well, he got Beyonce and he got
He had
what's her name?
Khalees.
Khalees.
And they say
Bro,
Beyonce's better than Khalees.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen Khalees?
No, that's not what they're saying. It's
Have
not
you
about-
seen Khalees though?
Yeah, I've seen her.
She
I've
still
seen the
look
lady.
good, brother.
I'm not saying she don't, but I'm talking about what happened. That's what they look at everything. That's all I'm saying.
And at the time he had her, I mean, it was Khalees was top solo.
But I don't even
Beyonce
think this is
was
a fair
just
argument.
She was
I don't think this is
Destiny
a fair
Child.
argument. I don't think you should bring baby mama's money.
Nah.
That's just me.
But even if you want to bring the money to this table in this argument, this is a perfect Nas versus Jay-Z. Nas got money too. He's if not
I'm
Billy,
not
he
saying
almost
the man
there.
broke, but I don't think
No, he definitely
he's
can't.
not higher than
Billy
Jay-Z.
is not,
That's all I'm
you know.
saying. He's not higher than Jay-Z. That's all I'm saying. That's what they
Business
say.
wise, no, he's not higher than
Right,
Jay-Z.
right, right.
Right.
Musically,
But I got
artist
Nas.
wise and all
Nas.
that.
Yeah.
He's still rocking that crown, baby.
Nas for me.
I was just wondering because I thought with the LeBron and Jordan, I mean, I'm Nas all day from day one. Like I first got introduced to Nas when I was in the penitentiary, the Illmatic album.
That's great.
I mean, right after the barbecue, but I was locked up when the Illmatic joint dropped, and there was a guy I was locked up with. He was from Queens, and his people sent him the tape, and I'm like,
I know y'all was rocking in that joint.
who is this? This the dude from the Street Disciple.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what? And I, to me, I just never heard nothing like that before. I mean, like out the gate. And like you say, if you had any doubts, and I know there's been some features with Jay-Z, whatever, but you heard Magic? I ain't talking about KD. Like he dropped KD 1, and he dropped KD 2. In between, he dropped Magic,
4.
and in between that, he dropped Magic, a whole joint, and then he dropped 3, and he 4. I mean, I ain't never heard nothing like it. To me, it's just like, to me, it ain't even. I know it is because you got Jay-Z lovers, but when it come to that, it ain't even debatable to me.
Hell no.
Not saying Jay-Z ain't a slouch, no, I no means, but
He don't even like Jay-Z, so you
oh, this dude rapper on a whole nother dimension to me. And even at 49, because he turned 50 in September, he just dropped KD 3. I'm like, wait, what? This what you doing right now? Yeah, it's on another level.
I love it. Hey, hold on real quick, man. And we can close it out.
Okay. So 30 what?
35.
Yeah, he don't rock with Jay-Z.
So who you think-
I never sit on rock.
So who you
You
think?
said Lil Wayne.
I
was
just
better
don't.
than
I
Jay-Z.
Who you
said
think
Lil
rap?
Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
My goat,
Weezy?
my goat is Lil Wayne. To
So-
me, he's the greatest of all time. To me. I don't like that evil ass laugh you just did.
That was an evil laugh.
Villain laugh.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's Lil Wayne is the goat.
But no. And I will say this.
His metaphors.
He not my one or nothing like that. But Weezy, I was reluctant,
Mhm.
but I'm a hip hop fanatic. He has creeped into top something. I ain't gonna name a number.
Right.
Because I started listening like what's all this about? Because I kept hearing people your age, my age, Weezy top 5. I said, let me just give this guy a shot. Because I don't get me wrong, I put all these guys, like I used to do Beach Boys, in one category. I think I put Weezy in that category. Because to me, I thought he was the initiator of messing rap up to me.
Right.
He didn't do it.
I know what you mean,
But
but
these
that
dudes that
generation,
came behind
right,
him.
that followed him.
So
a lot of these rappers are him just without the rapping ability
So I
That's all they are.
started listening to his rapping ability.
and more drugs.
I'm like, listen to these men. This dude saying some stuff. God, dog. And
Some
then
stuff that he just casually goes by.
and he write it down. He on top of his
Yeah,
head.
and he went up. Well, he at a certain time.
Certain times, yeah. So I'm like, I can go with so Weezy your fake top one.
Number one.
He won.
Number one for me.
But how far do you
All time.
You heard
Everything I've heard.
have you heard of Rakim?
Yeah, I know him. I haven't heard.
No, I'm just making sure you heard of
Right.
I'm not
I've heard
saying
of him. No. What I'm saying is I've heard of him, but I don't know.
I'm not saying Rakim is one. I just want to make sure when you say all time, like when you say you say no Rakim, no KRS-One, no Coogee Rap.
He don't know nothing about none of that.
I've heard some of the. I don't see it. It's just me. I don't see it. And I think, if y'all want to be for
so
real,
who's
for
two
real,
then? I gotta make sure I check out.
I don't really have it. We did this before. I don't have it to. I have a collection of people that I think are up there.
Let's hear them real quick. Don't they know? They ain't no order. Other than Weezy is one.
Okay, Weezy's my one.
Everybody else, this ain't 2 or 3. What we gonna say?
Okay, Andre's up there.
I've heard
Nas is up
I've
there.
heard that people talk
Pac
about
and Biggie are up there.
I've heard-
Who else did I have? I had another dark horse.
So
I can't
Weezy's better than
remember.
all them?
Yes.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay, keep going.
Come on, man.
And some of them, like he
Who's
said
your dark horse?
before,
Who's your dark horse?
some I can't think of who I said, but some of them, hold on. Some of them they have a benefit of not making it. And that sounds bad.
Like who?
But they died. That's what I'm saying. They didn't make it. Like, we didn't get much from these people. Weezy has so much out. There's so much I could listen to. That's just me. And I'm not saying they chose to die, but that's a knock. I don't have enough content on it. Like people say Big L, I don't have enough content. Like, you might be great, but you didn't make
See,
it.
and I hate doing this, but to me, when the people name these top 5s and all this and top 10, we gotta go out. What are we? Okay, so when I say, anytime you ask me about a top 5 or top 7 or top 10 rap, I'm talking about bars.
Lyrical.
I don't care nothing about who performed
How
better.
much money you
Because
made.
that's
Soul
get
records.
fresh, you know what? I ain't talking about that. So
Busta's up there for me. Jadakiss is up there for me.
what bars?
Yeah, bars. Lyrically. When I say my top,
Are you saying what I'm saying too?
I'm saying
I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
I don't
Because
care how much
now we can say Hammer.
right?
Okay, we
If
talking
we
about bars.
include everything else, Drake is a top 5 rapper.
We talking about bars though.
Right. There we go.
So Weezy better than Jadakiss.
Weezy's better than everybody.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
I mean, you can name whoever you want.
I love that. He said Weezy is better than everybody. Okay, what y'all think?
That's my greatest of all time.
Huh?
Whoever you like, put them up, and I'm gonna say Weezy's
So
better.
okay,
You just abstain.
this one is very.
That's not to be honest, he isn't even one of my favorite rappers.
Who is it?
I think he's a GOAT though.
So who you?
He is the number 1 lyric. I'm going about.
So Andre's your favorite.
Andre's my favorite rapper. Like, if I want to listen to
He's
somebody,
better than
I'm not
Andre?
throwing it.
Weezy better than Andre.
He's better than Andre?
Yes.
Only because he has more music is your purpose.
No, Andre has
So
a.
we said bar.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
Because he got more bars than Andre.
Yeah, to me. Man, that's close. That's a tight
He
one.
got more music.
Because Andre's probably my favorite rapper of all time. Weezy's better.
Did everybody?
Andre got a lot of music though, for real.
That's what I said. He has enough
He
content.
got a lot of
He's
music.
got enough.
So Weezy.
Them niggas got albums on albums.
Think carefully. Think carefully before you. Don't ask so fast.
I'm
I'm gonna ask you a question and I want you to breathe.
Alright.
Weezy is better than us. Lyrically.
Close.
But yes.
I'll accept 1A and 1B.
Oh, you say
I like Nas.
You say Nas is close to Weezy?
Yeah, super close.
But not there yet though.
He's not
But not there yet.
Weezy.
We
It's
definitely
interesting because he's, like I said, he's so young.
But
So I
it
guess-
is interesting because like I got kids and my kids, all the people they don't give a fuck about Jay-Z, Nas, none of them.
Right, don't get it.
Jay-Z's a great rapper.
He's trash.
Over
Trash. I can be like, yo, what about them niggas? Is like that suck.
Right.
Them
Right. That's
niggas be
garbage.
telling you about these other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's errors. I feel like it's errors. You know what I'm saying? So he.
KRS-One doesn't age
Nas,
well.
Jay-Z. So
What?
I'm saying I'm feeling. Jay-Z.
I don't think he ages
You
well.
can play KRS-One music now, bro.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm
No,
just
and
saying
it's
when
well-
we're talking about top 5
and
rappers,
not only that,
he doesn't age
If
well.
KRS-One was
right
to
now, freestyle and kill everything.
But I feel him though. Like
That
because-
style, he doesn't age is what I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't rap lyrically. That style,
But I
is
think
not
I just heard C say. I heard him say something that I think I heard.
Eminem's not relatable anymore.
No.
I think I heard C say something about, and somebody said this when it came to basketball players. I forget who it was on NBA Today, but they were saying, let's stop saying top 5 all time or what. Let's
Go by
do
era.
top 5 eras.
Right.
And I think to
That is
me,
the best way to
that's
do
the
it.
best way to be respectful, because you 35, you 46, I'm 50, you 48, you 50, what? You 55. It's like
I
okay,
never saw
Because
Will.
there's so
I never
many
saw
other
Clyde
names.
Drexler.
so how
I
can
never
you
saw-
how
I
can
don't
you
see
tell
it.
me Michael Jordan is better? I mean, he could be. He could be. I'm not saying he's not. But how do you tell me Michael Jordan is better than, I don't know, Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain?
But see, that's been my whole argument the whole time. Everybody keeps saying Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time. Okay, what are we basing it off?
They
Everybody
on-
say-
when they-
most people say we base it off his rings. He don't have the deal.
No.
Robert Horry got more rings than Michael
Robert
Jordan.
Horry, Bill
The
Russell.
reason why he's the greatest of all time,
What he
it
did
was
for
the
that.
He
impact.
transcend the
It's
era.
What he did, what he
So
did.
that's why I said we
international-
gotta go with eras
And
because
everybody wanted to be like Mike.
Right.
If you take Kobe and Michael Jordan and you switch them times,
Michael Jordan transcend the era.
but
that's
Magic
Kobe.
and Bird.
Come on.
Magic and
Kobe's
Bird.
the same. Kobe's
But
the
just
great.
like AI transcend a culture.
Yeah.
Tattoos,
Yep.
bands,
Yep.
braids.
Yep.
What am I doing that?
Absolutely.
So
That's
I think we
perfect
got.
way to
LeBron is the greatest of this era.
Yes.
We
I
haven't
got a
seen
question.
anything like it.
How do y'all think LeBron would have played
Great.
in the late 80s or early 90s?
I mean,
Well, he got that body. He's a
I
big
think he would
boy.
be great.
He a big
Because
only
of his body
because
style, he could have.
only,
still been LeBron.
only because he got that body. He ain't the best jump shooter. He gonna beat him, bang him. He too
He's
small.
LeBron.
His body and his IQ would have had him.
I think it would have been a little bit tougher because they could do more.
But
An
still-
average player.
That's what I'm asking. Would he have been an average player or would he have been a
He would have been an
superstar?
average player in that era.
You don't think he would have been a superstar?
Not now.
Now let me ask you this.
Not now.
If Michael did play that. Let's take him back further though to the Russell or right before, what's it, the 70s and the early 80s. What about Mike in
He
that
would have been
era?
an average player because you got to look at.
You
Doc.
said average?
Doc, yeah, because Doc was doing that same thing before Michael Jordan.
But
Clyde-
Doc was an average player.
Exactly. But I'm saying, you putting Michael Jordan in that era with Doc in Iceman, George Gervin and them, they was doing that.
They was
They was doing that before him.
Won't nobody catch an air like Mike, bro.
No, they.
Won't nobody double
Can I
catch
ask
it
you a
like
question?
Mike.
What is
You
They're
talking-
bringing
you
it up
talk-
under the
hold on,
rug and all
you
that.
see-
They won't
you
doing
see-
that.
You see
Hey,
the
look, you
commercial.
saw
You see
Ice-
the commercial every
Ice-
time where Dr. J going from this side of the basket.
Oh, yes,
bring that
yes,
thing
yes,
down
yes,
here,
yes, yes.
and
The
put it on
greatest
other
move,
side.
the greatest move.
He in the air.
He invented that one.
He in the air.
Yeah, yeah.
He in the air. He had to go from
Yeah,
this side to that side.
No, he was
Jordan
long.
got a better-
He
Michael
had
Jordan,
them hands. He was long.
Michael
He
Jordan
was
was more
long.
athletic than those guys.
Michael Jordan got a better jump shot than Dr. J.
Yes.
Oh, no question.
He got a better J.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And,
it's hard to do that
and,
because
and
it's different
overall,
eras.
It's hard.
overall
Hard to
basketball
do
player, yes, Jordan.
Because you know,
Because he can shoot,
older people
he
that
can
see
defend, he can
One
take
time,
off
one
the
time.
dribble, all of it. He can do all of it.
But it gotta be because it's gotta be eras. You know why? Because the more I think about it, this skill set begin to advance. Like we ain't have no 7-footers that can do what Kevin Durant
Oh,
or
and then right.
Joe
right, right,
Giannis.
right. We had true 7-footers.
They
Back to
in the
basket.
paint.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, imagine if you drop Shaq in there with Wilt Chamberlain and all that.
Shaq is in the
I think he would have been an average player back then.
Shaq? You destroy
You
him.
got to look
He would have
Wilt-
destroyed who?
Wilt
Well,
Chamberlain and
he
all
would've
them
destroyed-
niggas.
Well, I
You
think-
crazy?
well, I
Them
think-
niggas
Come on,
body
man.
that
Come
shit
on,
up,
see,
bro.
shut up,
I
man.
think-
You play
I
ball.
think Wilt
He would have
is-
destroyed Wilt
I
Chamberlain.
think Wilt was
Bill Russell.
Wilt
Are you
was the
serious?
Shaq.
Nigga, Bill
Wilt-
Russell 6'8", nigga, you crazy?
Wilt was the
Bruh.
Shaq.
Shaq is
That's what I'm saying. Wilt was the first shot.
Follow us on IG.
Wilt was the first
Yeah,
nigga because he played against niggas
Hey,
that's 6'8".
Will.
Niggas is
Follow
not
us
even
on
7
IG.
feet.
Hey man, let's
Follow
close
us.
this
We
out.
like to
man.
thank you. We thank you, thank Rob.
Hey, look,
Thanks,
man,
Rob,
man.
coming out. Put out your church.
Yeah, please, give them all your
Shout out to our-
hands. Let's go ahead and give them the church. Let's bring it back.
Yo.
Let's bring the energy back into the
Right,
room.
go ahead.
Come and visit us anytime. Relevant Church, 157 Morrison Avenue. Sundays at 10, Tuesdays at 7. Multiple locations though. Raleigh, North Carolina, once a month. Check the website for that. That's www.joinrelevantchurch.com. Check the website for Raleigh, North Carolina. But we also launching a brand new campus in Suffolk, Virginia, starting on June 21st. That Wednesday and every Wednesday after that. So 4 locations and online. So Relevant Church right now though, if you're in Virginia Beach, 157 Morrison Avenue, and follow us on IG.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Thank you
That's what's
for
up.
coming
I
by.
appreciate
Yeah.
you coming on.
Appreciate you coming by.
yeah, man.
Hey man, give us a quarter today.
Give us a what?
A quarter
Quarter
today.
day, we
Or,
will.
yeah. Yeah. You know, I know you got something.
Oh, I mean, I keep some.
Little wisdom or something.
Yeah. I just encourage everybody, man. Keep the faith. I mean, regardless of what you're going through, what it looks like right now. And when I say keep the faith, I know that means things could be going contrary. You believing for one thing, but you experiencing something totally different. It could be a hard time in your life, difficult time in your marriage, your singleness, with your single mom, single father. You know, business ain't going right. keep the faith. Don't give up, because anybody who gives up never reaches or sees what they believe it for. So keep going.
That's a fact. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming.
No doubt.
We gonna
Thank
do
you
this
for having
again
me.
too, all right?
Part 2.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. All right, bro.
We out.
Carry your ass.